I'm Jackie Turreveal, and I'm grateful to have the chance to speak with you today. Now that I've had some time to reflect on my first few days in session down in Columbia, I wanted to share some of that experience with you. My goal is to always be transparent with my constituents, and I believe it's important that you hear directly from me. The first few days were filled with introductions, orientations, and opportunities to meet my fellow representatives. Overall, it was a positive and respectful environment, but I'd be lying if I said there weren't some eye-opening moments. One of the most significant events was the election of the Speaker of the House. This was a historic moment because for the first time since Ralph Norman's challenge in 2010, a sitting speaker faced an opponent. The conservative Republicans put forward Representative Bill Chumley as a nominee for Speaker, and I was one of 17 Republicans who voted for Mr. Chumley, and I'd like to take a moment to explain why. Although Mr. Chumley didn't win, what stood out to me was that Speaker Smith received votes from every liberal Democrat in the House. The Democrats didn't even put up their own candidate for Speaker. Instead, they threw their support behind a Republican, and that's a red flag. This reminded me of my own primary election in District 66, where Democrats actively supported my Republican opponent instead of fielding their own candidate. Democrats dominated her campaign, and even the Democrat who ran against Representative David O'Neill in 2022 publicly supported my opponent. This is a reoccurring issue in South Carolina politics and a clear example of why we need closed primaries. Unfortunately, despite having a Republican supermajority, we still don't have closed primaries, and I believe that's by design. It's no secret that some Republicans seek Democrat support to maintain control, and this uniparty mentality is one of the biggest obstacles we face. Instead of standing together on conservative principles, time and money are being spent attacking conservative Republicans who are working to uphold the values laid out in the Republican platform. I want to be clear with you. My votes will always reflect what is best for District 66, for South Carolina, and for conservative values that we believe in. I will continue to work with my fellow Republican legislators, but I'm also committed to holding the line on the principles that matter to you and me. The people's voices must be heard, and as we've seen in elections across this country, there's a clear mandate to get back to small government and true conservative values. I'm honored to be your representative, and I promise to keep you informed every step of the way. Thank you for your time and your trust. Together, we'll make sure that the voices of District 66 are heard loud and clear in Columbia.